Yo, what's up, Sam here? Welcome back to another video. It's a bit late where I am. It's like 1:30 in my time zone, just like 2 hours ago. So random and out of the blue, Tesla was like, all right, we're gonna update the Model S and the Model X. Now the updates are not as significant as what is expected later this year with the Plaid mode, but there is some great improvements to range and even some new wheels for the S that I'm gonna show you. So drop a like if you're excited, hit subscribe for more. It does seriously help me out. Let's go ahead and get started. So the updates are actually pretty significant here. And if you look over on Tesla's website, they come with a new name. It's now Long Range Plus rather than Long Range, and it turns out that's not actually just because it's better for marketing. In fact, it's unclear if there are any marketing implications or decisions here whatsoever, as Elon clarifies that there was a regulatory requirement that it had to be a different model, which is weird, but that's what he's saying. So already the Tesla Model S was Tesla's longest range vehicle, clocking in 373 EPA rated miles. Now obviously you're never going to get exactly that, but it was still really impressive and one of the longest range EVs out there. Now it's all the way up at 390 miles, which is an increase of about 4.3%, so about 4% overall. It's really impressive actually. The Model X though, which has always struggled with range just because of its design and how large of a vehicle it is even better on that story. So less miles overall than the S still, but was 328. Now goes 351 miles for an upgrade of about 6.5%. And for you guys on the other side of the pond, or just anywhere else other than America, because you know the metric system is better, we're looking at 600 to 628 kilometers now on the Model S, and from 528 to 565 on the Model X. So big upgrades all the way around, whether you're looking at miles or kilometers. Here's the catch though, this is Tesla, right? So they claim that they're consistently upgrading the vehicles and that there's really no such thing as a new model. You know, they have to classify those things for, you know, insurance and different billings, but generally they say, you know, any time is a great time to buy and it's not really a new model. That's actually sort of true this time around, because Elon also followed up on Twitter and said that while this is technically a new model, and there were a ton of small hardware changes that have happened over the past few months that have led Tesla to be able to release this new Long Range Plus model, all Model S and X vehicles made recently will actually be seeing similar improvements. And Elon states it probably won't be exactly 390 on the S or above 350 for the Model X now. It's gonna be somewhere in between that 373 to 390 range on the S, and probably somewhere from the 328 to 350 something on the X. So you're gonna get somewhere in the mix there depending on when you bought the vehicle, but it's still pretty sweet that they can unlock that through software. It's unclear exactly how far back recent goes for Tesla, but it appears that I'd say probably within the past month or so for sure, and maybe extending out to 3 months, you might get that extra range for free. And that's really big because Tesla has started experimenting with paid software upgrades. It wouldn't be a wild idea if at some point in the near future they announce a new model like this and then bring some of those improvements, maybe even 50% of them, to older vehicles and charge you a premium of maybe $1,000 or $2 to unlock that extra range. I mean, I know that'd be certainly tempting, although controversial considering Tesla's done a long run of free software updates with all the improvements you ever need. So let me know what you think about this down below. Are you a fan of the new range? I think that's fantastic. I mean, we are less than 11 miles, 10 miles to be exact here, to get a car to 400 miles, which just a few years ago was absolute insanity. The most exciting part though is that Elon says it might actually be attainable through new wheels. That's right, we might be able to get a 400-mile Model S this year with new wheels. Now there's no detail as to what kind of wheels or what magic they're gonna be pulling here, but Elon seems to think it's possible. And it appears that this may actually be in the drawing board, as he clarifies that this would be available to all Model S and X owners, not even ones of recent purchase. So maybe if you have an older Model S or X, new wheels could improve your range by 5%, 4%, that part's unclear, but still a really exciting proposition. I promise you, it sounds like I'm making this up, but I'm not. This is real stuff. So if you have a Model S made recently, you might be able to get to 400 miles by the end of the year. So who knows? I'll definitely keep you updated on if or when those 400-mile wheels ever come to market. So that's what's new on both the S and the X. But if you're going for that Model S, the base Long Range Plus actually has another tweak, and that is brand new 19-inch Tempest wheels that I actually really dig. The older Model S wheels that are still standard, like the 19 or 20-inch slipstream ones, looked alright, but I don't know, they were pretty basic. These look a bit more futuristic, and especially with a darker color tone. Rather than just being one color like they were before, they're sort of a two-tone, light silver and then darker gray that I think really complements like the gray metallic of the car, or even black, a very dark colorway. And it feels like these wheels have to be at least part of the story for the range upgrade. But then if you look at the Model X, the wheels are identical to what they were before apparently, so maybe the wheels are just for aesthetics or design, but they do look like they could be more aerodynamic, but Tesla has not confirmed that. Everything else on both of these cars though is identical to how it was before. We still got the vertical large 17-inch screen on the inside, we still have the two-tone interiors, we still have the traditional vents and the same steering wheel, and it appears to be the same powertrain, although Tesla said there have been a number of very small hardware improvements all around the car recently. This is not the big plaid mode upgrade that will likely include an interior design refresh with a brand new steering wheel with touch controls and a horizontal 17-inch display similar to the Model 3 and Y. Well, the interior, we don't know when that's coming, but Tesla has said that plaid mode, which is going to bring that 0 to 60 down significantly, that is coming later this year, and I have a feeling that that's the big upgrade. I think that's when the interior upgrades could be launching as well. That will sort of be like the biggest upgrade to the Model S and the Model X since the cars were first introduced. So that's all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like down below. It does seriously help me out. And of course, hit subscribe for more. I've been Sam with Volted, and I'll see all of you in my next video.